Now we review the 2024 film Mother Couch. Mother Couch? Mother, Couch. Well, that's a name. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Richard. This is Random Street Theater, and I have just seen the very bizarre film Mother Couch. Yes. In this film, a man and his two siblings have to deal with his mother going into a antique furniture store, sitting on a couch and refusing to move. For every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from the company 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. If you'd be so kind as to comment, like, and subscribe, you'd be doing your part for a better world. Now, Mother Couch is not about a mother sitting on a couch. From what I gather, this is a film about a man whose elderly mother is essentially waiting to die. This is sort of a fever dream version because she's at that point in her life where she's just a burden to others. And, you know, she won't pass on. And then there's like the one son who's doing everything he can to take care of his mother, and the other two siblings who are not doing shit. Okay? And the analogy is that mother is sitting on a couch in a furniture store and she refuses to leave. And their kid, well, why don't you just call the police? And it's like, yeah, you know, what it is, what's really happening is mother is senile. She doesn't quite grasp what's happening around her. And why don't you just put her in a home? He loves his mother too much to put her in a home, but she's ruining his life. And the two siblings just aren't helping. Like, there's this one ridiculous part where it's like, for some reason they're supposed to be selling a bed, and it's like, you know, there's an argument over how much the bed was supposed to be, so the guy selling the bed pulls out a chainsaw. And I don't know if, like, I don't know why they're even, like, you know, stopping him. It's like, okay, you don't want to sell me the bed for the price I agreed on? Chop the damn thing in half. It's just a bed. It's not my problem. But, you know, there's some ridiculous underlying reason here. And it's like, but because it's not a bed, it's a place in a home for mom. We just don't know that. He is having this fever dream where the bed is representative of the place in the assisted living facility, and he can't afford it. But the other siblings are like, no, I'm not going to give you any money to take care of mom. That's what's happening in that scene. And there's even a part of this movie where the guy is walking around, he has a knife in his back, and he doesn't notice. And another character says, hey, you got a knife in your back, and doesn't help him remove it. It's like, yeah, you know, I've lived through that moment. I've had the knife in my back. And, you know, I've had people basically, you know, metaphorical knife, basically come out and say, you know, you should do this. Well, it's like, okay, well, how about you help me do that? I need help doing that. I understand the concept of this man who feels trapped in this situation, essentially because of his feelings. And I do have to say that, on the one hand, the mom is clearly suffering from dementia. She doesn't understand what's happening and the pain she's causing. And, you know, the other siblings are basically being, we don't care about mom. So this is a difficult situation because, you know, like, what do you do with that? You care about your mother. You're trying to take care of your mother, and everybody else is just being pathetic and evil. And in a normal situation, you could say, if people act like they don't care about you, believe them. You know, I remember I had an argument with somebody once, and they were refusing to speak to me, and I said, okay, well, you know, look, this is how you're going to behave. I'm going to unfriend you. Our relationship is over. We're never going to do, we're not doing with this. And she said, go ahead and unfriend me. I don't care. So I unfriended her. And she blew up at me and told me I was an ungrateful SOB and all those sorts of things. It's like, you know, if you're going to act like you don't care about me, I'm going to believe you. Because if you cared about me, you wouldn't act that way. It's hurtful when people act as if they don't care about you. So, yeah, I mean, this film, the problem with this film, and I mean, it's getting something like a 4 or 4.1 on IMDb. It does not have critic scores on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's getting a 39% approval rating from audiences. And the reason is that not everybody has been in that situation, and the people who have been in that situation are not going to enjoy this film because they understand the frustration and pain of being in this situation. This is one of those movies where it's really hard for you to relate to how I feel. And, I mean, it's like, yeah, these are frustrating scenes. They're not funny. They're not enjoyable. They're just frustrating. And, I mean, it's like F. Murray Abraham is in this film, and he does an incredible job. He plays, like, 2 characters. And, you know, well, they're basically the same character, but they're twins. And that's just, you know, a really, really powerful scene. Really powerful character. He's almost the devil. You know, he's almost the force pushing things to the end. And then Taylor Russell, who I remember from Bones and All, she is in this film. And people are saying she looks too young, but I mean, yes, younger women are developing faster because of the hormones in our food. But she also does an excellent job. She's kind of like a ray of hope for some time, and she's that sort of youthful joy, bringing moments of levity and repast from the pain. She is that one droplet of light in a dark world. You know, it's one of those things about this film is that it's an art film. And whether you get it or not, you should probably watch it because it's going to force you to feel whatever it is you're supposed to feel with these emotions. It makes you question your reality and the choices you make. And, I mean, for those of us who have been there taking care of a dying loved one or taking care of somebody with dementia, this is a powerful film. It is not an enjoyable film for that reason. It is a very difficult film to get through, but it is that film, you know. So this is where I have the very rare art film rating. And it's like, you guys know that the lowest rating I can give a film is fans of the genre only, which is, you know, it's crap. It's for people who watch movies like this. And, you know, that could mean anything from horror hounds to the people who made the movie. And that's my lowest rating. And then I have the watch list. And the watch list is, you know, wherever it fits on the watch list is how I view the film. Most films fit into the middle of the watch list. Watch them, they're enjoyable, and you pass them. And then it's like a must-watch movie is that films that are culturally iconic. You know, films that you're less of a person for not having seen. Okay? That's what a must-watch film is. I mean, you kind of have to put Titanic into the must-watch category because it was so important. And you have to kind of put Jurassic Park into the must-watch category because it was so important. And then you have this art film rating because it's problematic. I don't know if you're going to be a better, more complete person for seeing Mother Couch. I do know that it is a work of art, and to be completely honest with you, I would not change it if I were to talk to the director. I really can't give notes because this is a work of art. It's meant to be what it is. There's no point for me to say, well, you could have made this movie shorter. Can you, though? I mean, dealing with the aggravation and the suffering of having to deal with this for so long, if you can't get through, the runtime of this film in this situation, imagine how I had to feel going through this situation for years. So you can't say, well, that film should have been shorter or they could have cut out this scene. It's like, no, I mean, the director felt that scene was important for a reason. There's no filler in this film. Essentially, the film is almost exclusively filler. And then at the very end, the last act, it becomes increasingly surreal. And this is a brain bender of a film. And often I dislike brain benders, even though that's the genre of film I like the most, because they do give me those feelings. And sometimes, the reason we go see a film is to feel, like Schindler's List. My brother loved that film. I've never seen it, but my brother loved that film because it made him cry. All right? But he hated Full Metal Jacket because it upset him so badly he couldn't finish watching it. So we have to ask ourselves, why did we watch this film that we need to feel? Well, because that's what films are for. They're to make us feel. So this is an art film. And it's kind of similar to fans of the genre only. If you're going to go into this film, don't go into this film thinking you're going to enjoy it. Go into this film thinking that you're going to feel what the director wants you to feel. It's a difficult film to watch. And, that's just what it is. It's got a great cast, strong acting. It's as well done as it's going to be. And it's meant to aggravate. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear yours down in the comments below. I, of course, am Richard. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Barry, the official strawberry poison dart frog of Random Street Theater. And I am here to remind you, of course, that for every 1,000 subscribers Random Street Theater gets, they buy one of these bracelets I'm wearing as a necklace. These bracelets are from the company 4Ocean, and for every one of them that's purchased, a pound of trash is removed from the ocean. Why should you care? Because the world is full of trash, and you shouldn't be part of that. We should all take responsibility, do our part for the environment, and make my home much cleaner. In addition, Random Street Theater has paid for more than 100 trees to be planted. Comment, like, and subscribe. Support a better world for you and a better world for me. I'm Barry.